Hi everyone! Hello, and today we're doing a Russian manicure with gel polish from the new collection I created in collaboration with Renail. But first, of course, we need to remove the old coating. By the way, the previous version of this manicure also used Renail. There was a gradient here, but today we're removing that and shortening the nails. By the way, I'm using a compass for this. Finally, geometry has come in handy in real life. Honestly, I just want to shout about it, jokes aside. A compass is really convenient because it saves you from having to rely solely on your eye for accuracy and helps you get everything right from the start. Sometimes you line up the nails visually, but they still end up uneven. So just measure it properly. Next, I always use a pusher in my work. I really love it when the tip is angled like this. Also, I always use talc in my manicure process. It keeps the drill bits from clogging and removes excess moisture and oils. After that, we move on to shaping. I've already removed the length, and now I'm using a sponge file, 180 grit. By the way, these sponge layers are replaceable. The metal base stays with me, and of course, I use new files for each client. You might be wondering, why a sponge base? Why not just use a wooden one? I don't like the non-sponge base because it doesn't absorb shock. It doesn't hug the nail, so to speak. In my opinion, shaping turns out smoother with a sponge. Next comes the actual drill work. I chose a bit shaped like a ball. I think that's what it's called. Or let me know in the comments if there's another name for it. The point is, it has a blunt and fairly wide tip, which makes it great for lifting the cuticle. I can also easily work around the sidewalls with it. For trimming, I always use long-bladed nippers. I'm a fan of those longer, axe-like ones. The heel doesn't get in my way at all. I just lift it a little, and everything works perfectly. I finished this lovely process with buffing. And here's where I messed up a bit. Should have edited this part in, but I was testing a new product, a blue-colored foam, but I'll talk about that later. Now on to the coating. We've got a dehydrator, a primer, all the standard stuff, and then we use the base. I'm using an elastic base, which is just perfect as a foundation layer. By the way, you always need a base layer under gel, polygel, or even another base. Sounds redundant, I know, but it's crucial for safety, to protect both you and the client from burns. No one's immune to issues like an underperforming lamp or applying layers that are too thick, which may not cure properly. And after 3 weeks of direct contact with the nail plate, that can lead to burns, allergic reactions, and who knows what else. So yes, safety first. It only takes a moment to apply a foundation base layer, and it makes a big difference. After that, I applied the gel, gave it a little pinch, and finally, here it is. A gorgeous gel polish. I'd call it an eggplant or plum shade. Not sure, depends on how you see it. It's a deep, rich, almost cosmic color with shimmer that matches the polish shade. An absolute hit. Clients at our salon choose it all the time, so I decided to include it in my gel polish collection. After applying the color, by the way, we always do 2 coats, not just one, and that's no accident. These polishes, created together with Renail, are designed not just for professionals, but also for aspiring artists or clients who want to try it themselves at home. 1 coaters are strictly for professionals, but these are more forgiving. We finished with a top coat, sealed everything underneath. And of course, oil. The final step of any procedure. In my case, I used a dry oil. And now let's take a closer look at what we got. And what we got is absolutely stunning beauty. Honestly, you could admire this shade endlessly. Thank you so much for watching, for being here with me. It was a pleasure. Like and subscribe for more. See you next time. Bye bye.